Let's talk about the tablet of the year for 2024. And a lot of you might think it's this gigantic tablet, the Tab S10 Ultra. Big, gigantic, fantastic tablet, great in a lot of ways. But I think that the best tablet of the year is this guy right here, the Z Fold 6. So you're probably thinking, okay, well, that's not really a tablet, right? It's a foldable phone. Well, the great thing about it is it works as a phone and as a tablet. And if you've been following the channel for a long time, you probably know that the last 2 years I made a video talking about the best tablet of the year, and those were also the Z Fold phone. So this might not be a surprise to you. So why do I think that this is the best tablet as opposed to this right here? Well, I mean, one, straight off the bat, let me throw that over there. It does have a Snapdragon 8 Generation 3 instead of a Dimensity. So if you're a Snapdragon snob, then you might agree with me right off the bat. But here's my thing. And I say this coming from a perspective of someone who used to love tablets. Like I used to love tablets. I thought they were so great because usually they were more powerful, they had more RAM, they had a big screen, they had all these things going for them. But whenever these guys came along, the foldables, and particularly the Samsung Galaxy Z Fold, it changed my perspective. It changed my usage whenever it comes to smartphones and tablets because this, yes, this right here, having the ability to have basically what we used as a tablet a long time ago. I mean, if you take a look at the iPad mini is really not too much terribly bigger than this. And I love the mini. A lot of people love the mini. A lot of people love it for being small, portable, handheld, lightweight, and just gives you all those things that you want without being gigantic. I mean, I just threw my Tab S10 Ultra over there. That sucker is huge. And for traditional tablet purposes, the things I typically use a tablet for, I'm not using a tablet as a laptop replacement. I'm using a tablet as a giant smartphone. I'm using it so I can watch videos, do some multitasking, play some games, have better battery, and you get the best of both worlds whenever you get something particularly like the Z Fold, because you get the regular kind of phone experience on the front, which granted it is a little bit still more narrow than some people might like, but you get great one-handed experience, great telephone features. You got the telephone modem built in. You can talk on it, use it just like you would a normal phone, and then you go ahead and open it up, and then you get the tablet experience. So this is perfect for me, and I think it's great for a lot of other people too. And one of the things you talk about that's prohibitive is the price of entry, and it's been ridiculous because you could basically get these things cheaper than you could for a S24 Ultra. Here the last couple of months, it had some insane sales. They had it where you could get it cheaper than the S24 Ultra without trade-in, and then you could get it for as cheap as like $399 with trade-in. Like they were just pulling out all the stops and doing a lot of crazy stuff. But this right here, I think, has been the way of the future. It's changed my usage pattern so much that over the last couple of years, I don't really care about tablets anymore. You probably notice if you've been a long time follower of my channel, I don't even make very many tablet videos anymore because I think foldables are better, especially when you can get them at affordable price points. Because used to be, it was like, all right, you use the phone, you put it down at the end of the day. When you get home, you pick up the tablet sits by your bedside, use it for gaming, use it for multimedia, use it for some light work, maybe even multitasking especially. And it was just something you could sit there, have it in the bed, and have everything close and at your fingertips. And that's been great. But of course, many of these tablets are very, very expensive now. You take a look at the Tab S10 Ultra, it's like $1,000. It's over $1,000. So it's great too when you can get a great deal and you can get like a Z Fold 6 cheaper than a phone, cheaper than a tablet, and you don't have to buy a phone and a tablet. It's two products in one. And it does both of them pretty darn well, to the point where I don't even use tablets anymore. I buy them, I test them out, I review them. I had an iPad Pro, the 11-inch 2024 with the M4. I just recently gave that to my son for his Christmas present. If you'll watch my previous video, he got a job. He moved off to College Station. He started college, and he got a job as the online sales manager for a car dealership. So a lot of what he does depends on making listings for new vehicles, shooting the photos, shooting the videos, and uploading them and things like that. And I gave him my iPhone 15 Pro Max, and I gave him the iPad. So basically, he's got everything he needs to do there, which is cool. But I don't have my iPad anymore, right? So I just don't use them that much. I would much rather every day of the week use one of these than use the other tablet. Like this is so much easier. It's more portable. I used to love using the Z Fold. Back when I was still working for the law firm I was at, I would have to go to court every once in a while, at least once a month. And when I would go, it was great because I would have the docket pulled up. I'd have legal documents pulled up when I was doing my intake paperwork with clients and sending and receiving things. It was very easy for me to consolidate that and use it on my phone. And I could also sign everything. And of course, what's also nice is you've got the S Pen. And that's one of the reasons why I still gravitate towards the Z Fold as opposed to the Pixel Fold, as opposed to the OnePlus Open. This is still the best as far as I'm concerned, at least in the United States. Now, outside the United States, there's some other competition we can talk about. And I think, honestly, probably the best folding phone of the year is probably the Honor Magic V3. But of course, many of you are probably scratching your head wondering, what is the Honor Magic V3? Well, it's not available here in the States. So as far as globalization, as far as accessibility, and as far as affordability, really, because of all the price drops and the deals and everything else, I think the Z Fold really is probably the best if you're looking at multitasking, especially from a smartphone and tablet and multitasking perspective, because you can do the most multitasking with it as far as the phone and the tablet setup go. You can have 4 windows. Well, you can have 3 windows and a 4th one that you can have open that you can pull up. But the software, One UI 6.1, we're going to have One UI 7. It is built from the ground up whenever you talk about multitasking, we talk about apps, we talk about all this stuff. So Samsung has done a really, really good job whenever it comes to getting the best and the most out of a smartphone, out of the folding phones experience, just like with the tablet. So I think being able to carry this around, have it in your pocket, it gives you that extension to where normally you wouldn't be able to do that with a tablet. Normally your tablet's at home, like you're not taking it to work. I mean, maybe you might take it on a plane, but it's so much more convenient just having this. It's so nice because you can just take one thing instead of having to take 2 things. You don't have to put extra things in your backpack. And you can still use a Bluetooth keyboard with it if you want. I mean, if you really want to do some work on here, you can use a Bluetooth keyboard. You can even use decks. You've got decks on here, wired decks, wireless decks. So you get many of the same features that you would get out of a tablet anyway. But the biggest selling point for me is this whole one-size-fits-all approach, which they do really well. And then you just get all the benefits mostly of a tablet, and even better, because one of the things I used to like to do a long time ago was gaming on tablets, but the screen, the canvas is so big, and this is much more handheld, much more portable, easy to use. So if you want to play your Call of Duty Mobile, you want to play your PUBG, you want to play your Boom Beach, all those different things, it's so much easier to hold this one-handed or two-handed and interact with it and play stuff that way. So I think it's better for gaming. I think you get just as good of a intimate experience with the closeness, being able to hold this, even more so because it's not so burdensome. It's not so big, cumbersome, it weighs more, it's gigantic. I think this is ideal for watching videos. I think it's ideal for content consumption. I think it's great for content creation even. I mean, you can use LumaFusion on here if you want. You can edit your videos. Heck, you can shoot your videos with it, and you get a lot better camera system on one of these than you do with a tablet, most assuredly. It's something you definitely get better experience out of with the phone. So basically everything the tablet does, this does just as well or better, except it is smaller. It's something you throw in your pocket and take with you, and that's really the best thing for me. You get more usage out of it when you need it, where you need it, and you really get to enjoy it. So for me, Z Fold 6, tablet of the year. And maybe it will be the Z Fold 7 next year. I'm hoping that Google and OnePlus will really take things to the next level. I'm hoping that they will move things around, get us an S Pen of sorts, get us a stylus, because that's the thing. If we had a really good stylus option with the Pixel 9 Pro Fold, or a really good stylus option with the OnePlus Open, I would strongly consider that over this, right? Because these guys have built their phone experience from the ground up, their tablet expertise with the S Pen. It's so nice. Even the Tab S10 Ultra, it comes with an S Pen. So that's something I really feel like Google and I feel like OnePlus need to take seriously. Anyone else making a folding phone, because I don't see the point in having a tablet. I don't see the point in having a foldable phone if you don't have some sort of a S Pen-like instrument, have your own stylus. So that's why the Z Fold is still near and dear to me, even though I think there are things that the other phones have done better in certain areas. But I think the Samsung is still very competitive. The pricing and the availability is the most competitive for sure. and then just having the S Pen takes it to the next level. But anyway, that's it. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this one up. If you have any questions, comments, gripes, concerns, alternative thoughts and theories, different thoughts on that, share them in the comment section. We'll talk about it. If you enjoyed the video, please hit the like and the subscribe button and a little notification bell if you want updates when new videos come out. And as always, thanks for being here. I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you guys next time.